Welcome to Kryptogenex.
My first introduction into the whole crypto space was back in 2012 when Bitcoin had crossed $100 for the very first time, and it made national news. But I didn't do anything about it because I didn't understand it. I thought it was monopoly money. I thought it was something that just nerds playing video games played with all day. But I bought my first Bitcoin 4 years later in 2016. By that time, it was worth a little over $700, and I was starting to pay attention even more. But I didn't get serious about it until mid 2017 when I saw friends of mine that were making ridiculous amount of money in this space by doing two things, actually three things. They were either bought Bitcoin back in 2012, 2013, sat on it, and then the value of it rose, so they made a lot of money, or they were trading with it on the crypto exchanges, which is like a stock market, or they were investing in mining machines that were mining not Bitcoin, but the other altcoins like Ethereum when it was cheap, and then it shot up a couple of $100. And so I said, if they can make money in this space, then so could I. But, and there's always a but there, these guys were spending $10,000, $50,000, $100,000 or more investing in it. And when I would ask them questions, they couldn't answer my questions. They were clueless about how it worked, how the technology behind it even worked. So I said, before I start even investing any money, I need to know what this is all about. I need to learn. So I put my head down and started to study. And it took months to figure all this out. And I made the mistake of doing things like going to YouTube and Google, and thousands and not millions of articles and different videos and things were popping up. I didn't know who the source was, if they were correct, if I was getting right information. So for me, it was mostly trial and error. But I figured it out. And when I started to invest, I invested with a whopping $100. That's right. $100 is what I started with. But in a short period of time, I was able to turn that $100 into a small fortune in a very short period of time. But also, there was something else taking place in 2017. There were a lot of businesses and companies that were getting started up, promising that if you give them your Bitcoin, that they were going to invest your Bitcoin and you can make 1% a day, 2% a day, 40% a month. We'll double your Bitcoin in 90 days or less. And everybody jumped all aboard that. It was Bitcoin fever, second half of 2017. Only to quickly realize a lot of these companies were either illegitimate, they were scams, they were Ponzi's, or they were just operating illegally, meaning they were not following the laws of the SEC in the United States. And they were the sale of securities, and they weren't registered, and they went out of business and took everybody's Bitcoin with them. So a lot of people got skeptical at that point because they said, I lost a whole lot of money. I don't know about this space. So 2018, I got approached by the founders of Kryptogenex, and it wasn't called Kryptogenex at that time. There wasn't even a name for it. And they said, Brandon, we're putting together a company. We want to bring crypto education to the world, and we want you to be a part of it. Are you interested? And I said, no. And it kind of shocked them when I said no, because at the time, and I still do it now, all I do is crypto education. I do crypto talks every day, talking about the industry. So in their eyes, it would be a natural fit for me. I said no because I had no desire to build a business. I had enough knowledge to take my own money and invest it and work for me and live full time off of that. And they said, Brandon, let me ask you another question. How many times a day do people come up to you and ask you about Bitcoin, ask you about crypto and blockchain? They ask you how to set up a wallet, where to buy Bitcoin, how to trade with it, how to put into their bank account, how to do this, how to do that. And I had to think about that. So, honestly, I spend 90% of my day on this because every time I do a crypto talk talking about crypto, more and more people will send me private messages because they love audit. And they said, exactly, what if there was a platform in place that instead of you answering everybody's question, you send them to our company where we will teach them everything they need to know about Bitcoin from beginning to end. And you don't have to, but because you referred them to us, we're going to pay you a referral fee. It's like a light bulb went off in my head. And I said, I'm in. That was in January of 2018, earlier this year. Kryptogenex was born. We are now 9 weeks old and pre-launch. That's it, just 9 weeks. We haven't even launched yet. We have members in over 82 countries. We have crossed 3,000 members totally. And we are just getting started. And you're invited to see what this is all about. And why is it this? I'm on a different computer tonight, so for whatever reason, you might see this as a bar at the top that is not disappearing. Anyways, in 2009, Satoshi Nakamoto invented Bitcoin, the world's first global decentralized cryptocurrency. In 2009, Bitcoin's value was less than 1 penny. In 2010, Bitcoin was valued at 40 cents to the US dollar. In 2016, Bitcoin was valued at $600. In 2018, Bitcoin fluctuated around between $6,000 to $9,000. Picture that. $6,000 to $9,000. If you would have invested $100 in Bitcoin in 2009, today it would be worth over $1.5 million. Wow. Think about this. Bill Gates in 2014 said Bitcoin can't be stopped. Peter Thiel and Richard Branson, billionaires, have invested part of their fortunes into Bitcoin. And you know what just happened historically today? Supreme Court Justice Stephen Breyer said that perhaps sometime in the future, people will start earning their salaries in Bitcoin. It blew my mind when I saw that today. In fact, I only learned about it about 30 minutes ago because it just happened today. Uber is a transportation company that owns no cars. Amazon, world's largest retail chain that has no stores. Bitcoin goes from 0.008 cents to $9,000. And it is no fun being on the outside looking in. We've all been there before. You guys remember the very first time you heard about Bitcoin? You didn't know what this was? I thought it was monopoly money, not to take seriously. But boy, was I wrong, because here's two things I found out when I started my journey. Number one, that cryptocurrencies represents the greatest economic shift in wealth in the history of mankind for the most amount of people. Why? Because there's no barrier of entry. If you have cell phone and internet access, you can be in the game, and you can even start with $5 if you want to. I know of a gentleman who took 2 dimes, 20 cents, and turned it into $900,000 in 8 months. How did he do that? He was educated. He knew how to trade and how to flip it. The second thing I learned is that blockchain technology represents the greatest invention since the internet. It is going to disrupt every single industry on the planet, and it's going to have an impact on human society as the day we were introduced to agriculture. And if this is your first time hearing any of this, you might be shocked. But it's coming. It's happening, whether we like it or not. So what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is basically a peer-to-peer digital transaction, digital currency that you can transact amongst other individuals without the need of a bank or Western Union and a third party, and it happens instantaneous with little fees. And there's no barrier to the amount you want to share with another individual, no matter what country they're in. Is it real? Absolutely. The Supreme Court just mentioned it today. Am I too late? No. Even though Bitcoin is 9 years old. This is where the internet was in 1992. Remember when people didn't even know what, was AOL Online even around in 92? Dial-up internet? That's where the stage is. How do I buy it? We're going to show you how to buy it, and we're going to show you how you can spend it. But most importantly, how would you like to learn how to earn it? Because I don't buy Bitcoin. I earn Bitcoin. So welcome to Kryptogenex, the Global Training Center. We are the company that is going to teach the world about Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, ICOs, market trends, and the blockchain. No more worries. At Kryptogenex, we will teach you everything you need to know. All training is done by streaming video. Learn how to buy your first Satoshi. You don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin. Learn how to store your Bitcoin safely in crypto wallets. Learn how to purchase and sell with Bitcoin. Learn about blockchain technology. Learn how to trade cryptocurrencies. Learn how ICOs work, and much, much more. Our training package includes 3 modules: Bitcoin 101, Cryptocurrency Intermediate, and Crypto Advanced. Each module has 15 lessons. At the end of each of our modules, you will be given a test so that we can see if you are retaining this information. 15 lessons at the end of each. Everything you need to know about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and the training never ends. You want to know why? Nobody can claim to be a Bitcoin expert because every single day, new information is coming out. This industry is moving so fast, I can't even keep up with it. And I do 2 crypto talks a day. If I didn't, I would have missed what the Supreme Court said today. So what we're doing is we're making sure that your education continues. We'll have new videos and trainings and lives added every single month. With just one click, you can enter the Bitcoin age. And the price for this is just a one-time $250. Even though we say paid in Bitcoin, of course, we have other options as well. In fact, I haven't even publicly said this, but you can now pay with your debit card. Oh yeah, if you're hearing that for the first time, yes, check your back office. You can now sign up and pay with your debit card. And you can even earn while you learn. So if you want to take advantage of the affiliate program because you want to share it with others, an additional $50 for $300 now, you are now a crypto promoter. Now here is what you are getting, what they're paying for. You're purchasing an online educational package for $250 that teaches you everything you need to know about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Then if you pay an additional $50 and become a promoter, you have access to a fully automated back office. Kryptogenex is a group of very talented individuals that have come together and developed a simple step-by-step audio-video training system that will educate the world into the crypto space. We're not just in English. We're launching in over 30 languages when we launch in August. Right now, we already have 5 languages that's already voiced over and translated, not Google Translate either. We hired over 60 translators, 2 for every language. We doubled up. Now, here's how you can earn Bitcoin if you decide to take advantage of this. By sharing this program with other people. You can earn direct referral bonus, customer acquisition bonus, the Kryptonary or Kryptonary matching bonus. We pay out a 40% direct referral bonus. 40%. Meaning, if somebody joins and buys the product for $250 or $300, you're going to earn $100. $100 bonus. How about that? For every single one. And I have a rule that anytime you spend money, make your money back as fast as possible. So when people tell me, Brandon, what's the difference between your company and all those companies in 2017 that were scams? There's 2 major reasons why. Number one, that's different with us is we are not taking your Bitcoin. We are not holding your Bitcoin and promising that we're going to invest it in such a way that you're going to earn a return that allows us to run off with your money. And number 2, we're an education platform. The cost is $300. And if you do 3 sales, you just made $300. You made your money back. And now you got the education for free. We're 100% transparent. All the owners are right here in the United States. You know who they are. You can touch them. You can talk to them. We have hired compliance attorneys to make sure that we are operating legally with current laws. That's the difference between us. But the bottom line is get your money back, and everything is free from that point. Now, for every customer you sign up, you're going to get an additional $25 bonus. For every 10 customers, you're going to get an additional $250 bonus. And then for those of you who want to build a team, you might say, you know what? I live in a community where nobody knows about any of this. And I know a lot of people that need to be educated on this. And then they know people and they know people. And as you start to share and they share and they share, you're still going to be rewarded by a team now that's being built. Now it's a binary. There's only two teams, one on your left and one on your right. And it's a simple 1/3, 2/3, meaning every time there's 1 point on one side and 2 on the other, that triggers a $25 bonus. For every 3 sales, at least 2 on one side and 1 on the other triggers a $25 bonus. Some weeks, you might make more than $25, depending on what Bitcoin's doing that week. You might make $50, $75, or $100 for every 3 sales, but you have to qualify. And to qualify means you did one personal sell that week. So if you do this, you just qualified, and boom, you now are going to get that extra bonuses. But if you don't, you still will make $25 on every 3 sales. The Kryptonary. So it looks like this. To qualify to get paid on the Kryptonary, you need the person to do at least 2 sales, one on your left and one on your right. And you're qualified for life. But what happens if you do more than 2 sales? Well, the 3rd sale and beyond is going to fall under the next available position in your team. And you decide if it's your left or your right side, which means you're now creating spillover for your other people on your team. They're going to get paid for work you do. How do you like that? It's a team effort here. So let's say, for example, you have one team that grows bigger than the other. Well, all of those points that you're not getting paid on yet, because remember, you got to have some activity going on in your other leg, it doesn't flush. It doesn't disappear. It just stacks up for you. So now, every time you have things happening on your inside leg, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. If you did a sell that week, it might be 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. It is crazy. One of our gentlemen on our team, he's on pace to make more than $20,000 this month. First full month in the business. That's not bad. Now, hold on. You do have individuals who say, you know, Brandon, I do not care about recruiting anybody or sharing this with anybody. I just want to use the product to learn, take that knowledge, open up my own trading account, put my own money in it that I control, using the Kryptogenex app. Oh, yes, we have apps. The app's going to be your virtual assistant to give you market information to help you make decisions. And I just want to make money off my own knowledge. And that's fine. That's what I did. However, I guarantee somewhere along the way, you're going to run into at least one person who's going to start asking you 1,000,001 questions. And if you're smart, you're going to say, you know what? Instead of me answering this, why don't you go through the same course I went through? Purchase this Kryptogenex product that's going to teach you everything you need to know. And that person does. Only they decide to share it with everybody. Well, we're still going to reward you. You're going to earn up to a 10% check match on everything that person does. So if that person makes $10,000 a month on the Kryptonary, you're going to make $1,000 a month. What if you had 10 people making $10,000 a month? You make $10,000 a month now, so you're making $1,000 per person. Now for the bad news. There is a weekly cap on the Kryptonary. The weekly cap is $50,000. So are you okay with earning $200,000 a month? The good news is once you reach the cap, Kryptogenex will give you a position above your large team and you can keep things moving. And with just one click, you can now change your life forever. Now, Kryptogenex has been designed as our baseline product is education. But we are also positioned to be able to add future products for our customers to use and for our distributors to sell. And one is mining. So I don't have time to go into mining in detail, but understand that nothing happens in the crypto space without miners. Miners are the ones that are creating the blockchain where all data is being stored. And as a reward for them creating this, they are rewarded with crypto coins. That's how Bitcoin got started. So what we are doing is we have partnered with a company called Green, and we are a wholesaler of Green selling mining rigs. They also have their own coin that we start mining sometime next week called Green X. Now, Green is basically a solar power company. What Uber did to the taxi industry, what Airbnb did to the hotel industry, Green wants to do to the power industry. The first decentralized power, solar power grid. Revolutionary. So, the rigs that are being offered, if you decide to purchase one, is going to mine Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash or Bitcoin Gold or Green X. You decide. Although right now, 99% of all rigs being sold, they are choosing to mine Green X. That's the future right there. Now, each rig costs $3,750. If you sell the rig, you're going to earn $500 bonus and 3 points in the binary. It's a lot of money. Mining rigs, rig specifications. The hash rate is 12 to 14 terahertz. Power consumption is 1,300 to 1,400 watts. The chip type is SHA-256 ASIC chip. Rules of purchase. Maximum of 10 rigs per month per customer. Mining rigs can be housed in the Utah facility of the third party, or they can be sent directly to the customer for an additional shipping fee. My rigs, I'm having going straight to Utah. I don't want to deal with the programming, the maintenance of it, the electricity. Nah, send it to Utah. Rigs will be paid for in advance. Standard 30 to 120-day delivery. The customer owns the rig. Anything generated by the rig is the customer's, and customer receives a serial number and certificate of authenticity. There is a no refund policy. Purchase with Bitcoin only. So Kryptogenex disclaimers. Kryptogenex is a wholesaler. No income claims can be made on mining results. All coins earned are paid directly to the customer owner. Kryptogenex is not responsible for maintenance of the mining rig. Customer is to read and agree to all documents before making a purchase. Customer agrees in advance. Kryptogenex LLC is not responsible for results. So please review all policies and especially the no refund policy. Welcome to the world of mining where you own the mining rigs. This is not cloud mining. This is not hash mining. This is not group mining. This is not contract mining. You own the rig. Now, Kryptogenex income disclaimer. Since we're so brand new, we don't have minimum data to share as far as income. And we also will make no income claims, and we will not allow any income claims. No showing off your back office, any of that kind of stuff. That's illegal. And your success depends on you. It depends on your hard work, dedication, belief, passion, commitment, persistence, leadership, and luck. Gentleman on our team that made 5 figures last week, do you know he fell all the way down, 40-something levels below me, which meant 40 people above him, he made more money than. Why? Because he went to work. He went to work. Only company-approved presentation materials are allowed. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I told you I would keep it short and sweet. You want to get back with the person who invited you. Let them know whether you want to be in or not. And whatever decision you make, that's okay. But we strongly encourage you to get involved because whether you like it or not, believe in it or not, trust in it or not, it is irrelevant. It is happening. You're going to wake up one day, driving down the street, and you're going to see Bitcoin ATM machines all over the place. You're going to go into your Starbucks, and you're going to see signs saying, we now accept cryptocurrency as payment. You're going to go into your job and they're going to say, well, our product and services, we're now selling it in crypto coins. And then the best of all, they're going to say, you need to open up a Bitcoin wallet because we're now going to pay your salaries in Bitcoin. And today, everything I've been saying was backed up by Supreme Court Justice Stephen Breyer, who said that one day, perhaps, all of our salaries will be paid in Bitcoin or some cryptocurrency. This is happening with or without you, but you will be a part of it one way or another. So thank you for joining us. This presentation is being recorded, and we'll get out as soon as possible, and you will be able to pass it on to others and watch it again yourself. Let us do all the talking for you. Thank you for listening. Bitcoin Brandon out. God bless and good night. Bye-bye.
Kryptogenex.